Oh, didn't he ramble? Rambled all around town. Oh, didn't he ramble? Rambled all around town. Oh, didn't he ramble? Rambled all around town. All around town. Oh, didn't he ramble? Rambled all around, looking at the ground. Rambled all around. Oh, didn't he ramble? Rambled all around town. Oh, didn't he ramble? Rambled all around town. I've been trying to get that particular tasty golden brown that you like, Pop, but it sure takes a long time. So much easier to just stick it directly in the flames and let it burn.
What do you think, I am a cannibal or something? I like them cooked properly or not at all?
Well, you can just lay back there and take a load off, and I'll let you know.
You seen the Chindi?
Now, if I had, you think I'd be sitting here toasting marshmallows worrying if they were getting too brown or too black?
Just don't be getting too confident on me. He's a sneaky devil.
Go to sleep.
I got an idea. You probably think you're romantic in the head.
Go to sleep.
You do, don't you?
If I did,
Don't you?
Do you really think I'd have dropped everything I had going for myself in New York City, grabbed the nearest Greyhound bus, and wound up in the Badlands here with you?
All you had to for yourself in New York City? Oh, what? You another bug in the road, boy. Give me that marshmallow and stop playing. Now, let me tell you something. I couldn't care less whether or not you believe in ghosts and phantoms. I didn't bring you out here for your sympathy. I sure didn't bring you out here for your instincts. Lord knows they didn't shout out in that city. I plain and simple needed an extra gun.
Then why didn't you hire one?
Not to be trusted, never. Getting no man like me out here in the desert, right away they take me for everything I got.
Which is exactly what? Let me see. A fishing knife, John B. Stenton, circa 1890, Colt 45, Brown and Gold.
I'm just so smart. You're so smart. Look at you. Just look at you.
Yes, sir. Spit an image of his old man. Why, if it weren't for the 8 separated on, you'd think they was the same person.
You're no son of mine. No son of mine would have gone and changed his name and dressed himself up like a hillbilly.
Well, I didn't know we were in a fashion show.
You're so smart. Look at you.
Well, I know you some good teachers. Sheep ranchers, horse thieves as well. Tell me everything I know.
Tell me something, boy. You don't know about beer. You ain't even need to taste it.
How's the marshmallow?
Fair and middling.
They say man made better cooks than women.
Do they now?
Why don't you stop? I'm the only company you've got.
That's what you think, huh? That's really what you think, ain't it? What if I was to tell you there was a Chindi out there with more faces, more arms, and more legs than the two of us put together? You think we're just sitting out here alone in the starry night, passing the time of day like a couple of Boy Scouts away from their mothers?
You told me he looked just like you. The Chindi.
Sometimes he does. Sometimes he does that just to trick me into believing it's all imagination. But I know better. I know he's out there waiting, biding his time, waiting for me to make a wrong move, smelling my campfires, pushing his toes into the holes in my body, maybe when he was asleep.
Listen, Pop, I gotta get back to the city. All my friends are there. I can't stay diddling around here forever on this desert.
Important business. Big man, big important man. Go ahead then, go. Get your own down. Go ahead.
Mind if I turn on the radio?
I'm the show business, you know. Some people like to sleep. I need my rest. Ice? I said it's in New York City with we playing the radio all damn hours of the day. Ice! Woo! He's there!
Come on, we can try to catch him.
Ice! Ice! Come back here, boy! Ice! I ain't afraid to die. I just want to let you know that much. I ain't afraid. I had my day. I hear you. Now look, I don't rightly know what this is all about. Really don't. I figure you got it somewhere in your mind that I've done something to deserve it. Coming after me, torturing me, maybe killing me, or something. What?
You're already dead, Mr. Moss.
How do you know my name?
Did you change it?
No, I didn't change it. I got some pride in his tradition. That's my son you're thinking of, Ice. He changed his name to Ice. What do you think of that from Stanley Hewitt Morse to Cemetery Ice? What do you think of that? It's him you're after. Maybe it's him you're after? Is it him you're after?
I'm not after nobody, Mr. Moss.
What about none? I done nothing. I got the right to live out the rest of my days in peace. Lord knows I had a struggle.
The Lord knows nothing, Stanley.
Don't give me any old highfalutin, esoteric, gobbledygook, bust your brow. Just because you struck off in the big city of Italy and you was just a young whippersnapper, don't you? Can you humiliate an old man?
Why don't you face up to it, Mr. Moss? You're dead.
Stand back. Stand back or I'll blow you to kingdom come.
Come with me, Stanley.
I know what you're trying to prove, Ice. But I ain't falling for it. Cheap the actions, that's all. That get up going prove you old dad for a minute. I suppose you thought I'd drop right over there. I sure tried. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Then with your old man away, walk right into the ranch, take over lock, stock, and barrel. All 600 acres of cheap poop. Well, I ain't falling for it. You hear me? You hear me, boy?
You're a fool, Mr. Moss.
Ice! Ice! Come back here, you ingrate! This here's gone fairly far enough. I'm your pa. Just as we don't see eye to eye in certain political opinions. All right, you asked for it. There ain't been no feuding in the family since 1884, but if that's the way you want, that's the way you'll get it. I see, fool. This thing goes off, you'll be dead for sure. I always like to think of the two of us as blood brothers. You know, not father and son, but brothers. I mean, ever since you was old enough to learn to shoot a 30-30. The way we used to go out in the Jeep late and die, flash headlights on them jackrabbits, blasting them jackrabbits against the cats. Them jackrabbits was as big as puppies. Not even enough left to make a decent stew by the time we was through. And that old gun, way that Winchester used to kick you so hard it threw you right in the back seat. Shadow Mountain, yes sir. Those was the rich days, boy. We was as close as sticky socks back then. What do you want to throw that all the way for, Stanley? I know you had to hurt me. Right from the very start, I know that. The way you changed your name and all. That was right, Stanley. I gave you that name because that was my name. And my poppy gave me that name, and his poppy before him. That name has been in the family for 7 generations, boy. Now ain't no time to change it. What's gonna happen when you have yourself a son? What's gonna happen here with a name like Ice? You'll get laughed out of school. How's he gonna play football with a name like Ice? Gotta think of the future, son. I know you probably think I was rough on you, and the truth is, I was, but I try to show you the ropes. Try to give you some breaks, too. Me? I never had no breaks. My father was a dairy farmer. Started hitting the bottle and lost the whole farm. Things started going downhill from there. Next thing he got himself a job selling Hershey bars door to door. Never saw much of Pa there, traveling all around. Chicago, Detroit, Des Moines, Tucumari. Then we find out that Pa got himself so drunk one night he fell asleep with a cigar burning in his hand. Burned the whole hotel to the ground with him in it. So I had to go to work, support the family. Then one day, my brother Jamie comes home complaining of a bad pain in his leg. Take him to the doctor, and we find out he got himself a case of polio, and they're gonna have to take his leg off. The whole leg from the hip down. That was around the time of the Great Depression, of course, if you don't remember them days. So me, I'm working in Macy's in downtown Chicago, bringing home the bacon once a week so Ma can buy the groceries. By the time Jamie's getting old enough to work, I'm starting to think I'm marrying your mother, of course. Jamie was a cripple, but strong as an ox from the waist up. Hoisting himself up and down the stairs every day since he was just a squirt. So right away, Jimmy moves out and decides he wants to become himself a trucker. Yes, sir. Walks right up to the back of the van store and asks him for a job. Of course, they could see he only had one good leg and the other one was wooden. They figured he was probably just as good as the next man, so they sent him off to some special school and learned how to use that wooden leg of his, and next thing he's up in the real world, driving a Becky's truck. So me, I get myself hitched in up and get all set to go off to college so I can get myself a diploma and make me a heap of money when lo and behold, if old Uncle Sam don't decide it's come time to serve the country. So I go off and learn how to fly B-24s and B-17s, drop bombs and what all. Italy, Ireland, Germany, England, the whole shebang. And all I had to show for it was some jack rattles, straw helmets, and little red cuts with the Gillette blue blade on my bomber jacket. Each one showing mission accomplished. Each one showing that I came back alive. But I was feeling pretty good about myself because I had something to look forward to stateside. My little woman in Rapid City, South Dakota, she got me a package. She got me a son. A son with my name, my nose, my eyes, my own flesh and blood. My son. Stanley Hewitt Moss II.
I saw the Chindi pop.
I'll bet you did. Bet you can tell me what it looks like, too. What do you ask for breakfast?
When are you going to stop talking like a dirt farmer? You're an intelligent, mature adult with a lot of potential. Stop putting yourself down.
See this here?
The bazooka?
It's not a bazooka. It's a rifle name. Made it myself.
Nice one.
I was going to blow your head off on that stone over there, but now I figures it's all for the best. Help bolster my courage when the real thing comes.
You know, he told me you were dead, and you didn't even know it.
Now, we've carried this fiasco far enough, boy. I don't know what kind of a fool plan you've got in your head, but if you're trying to scare me, you're going to have to go.
I'm going back to New York, and you can stay here and putt around forever on this desert.
No, Stanley.
My name's Ice.
All right. All right. Us. Look, we don't have to fight. We really don't need to be calm and sensible. But all these games...
Games? What games? You call me up person-to-person collect, and I can barely understand you because you're so hysterical, and you tell me there's this ghost after you. And I believe you, although it does seem a bit far-fetched, and I drop everything and come wailing out here to meet you and pull you together, and now this...
I was just kidding. They're just kidding around.
Kidding? You jive piece of trash. I should blow your head off here and now.
No, Stanley.
That's it. You make that mistake now, I'll cut you in half.
Wait a minute, Stanley.
You better go for your gun, boy. I'm gonna kill you once and for all. The only difference is, this time, you'll know that you're dead.
Ice, don't be a fool. I always taught you to never play around with a weapon. You have to have respect for a gun.
Draw, old-timer.
Ice, have you lost your good sense? I'm your father, your own flesh and blood.
Abandon the creepy meatball.
You can't turn against your own kind. We're civilized human beings just because we don't see eye to eye on certain political opinions.
Pop.
I always saw it after you had a hot meal on the table and a roof over your head. It's just that I'm lonely, Ice. I missed you. Ever since your mother passed on, I've had those terrible nightmares, visions of demons and goblins and chasing me and torturing
Poor
me.
baby doesn't pee-pee and do-do in his own bed too.
And you know about my stomach. Ever since the war, I keep seeing slanty-eyed faces of faces I never saw. I mean, it bursts through my intestines. I could die.
You're already dead, dope. You're a ghost.
Be kind, Ice. It's not asking much.
It's asking too much. It's asking the world, bozo, and I ain't got it to give.
Let's just be friends. Let bygones be bygones. So why can't we be friends?
Lovely evening.
Yeah, howdy.
Who are you?
I'm the Shindi's old lady, and you're Bozo the clown.
What's that thing? It's disgusting. It gives off a stench.
It's your body, Bozo.
Stop calling me that. My name is Stanley Hewitt Moss VI. Would you kindly warm yourself up by a fire, remove that stinking mound of flesh, and be on your way?
Didn't you tell him, Ice?
I didn't get a chance to. We started arguing.
That's a drag.
What in God's name is going on here? Do you two know each other?
More or less.
Your son's a born fool, Mr. Moss.
Is this another part of your scheming to scare me into admitting that lie to us? I already admitted that. What more do you want?
To admit that you're dead.
I'm not dead. I can see, I can feel, I can touch, I can smell. I'm alive.
The Shindi's coming back for you, Mr. Moss.
Well, that's nice. And what am I supposed to do when he comes?
You're to go with him. He's going to take you away.
What if I don't want to go?
You've got no choice, Pop. Finally, you've got no choice.
You're a ghost, Mr. Moss. Do you know what a ghost is?
I don't know when I don't care. I'm inclined towards hocus pocus. We'll start now.
A ghost is someone who never figured out what they were on Earth to do. Sometimes because they were cut short, like baby ghosts. Sometimes because they just never found out what that is. Like you, Mr. Moss. A ghost is strung out between being dead and being alive. We're here to show you exactly where you're at.
Presumptuous little... I ought to take you over my knee and spank you.
Try it.
Not a man of violence, and I never have been.
Never?
Well, not when I can help it. I was only doing my job. You can't hold that against me.
The Chindi asked me to tell you that there's a certain amount of time between now and when you'll have to reckon with him. That time will be measured by this body, your body, the body you abandoned and then tried to get back inside of. By the time the body has rigor mortis completely set in, by the time it's as stiff as a board, the Chindi will return for you.
And where are we going?
To a place you will never return from.
Never.
No, not this time. He already had his chance.
Looks like curtains, Pop.
It's better this way. Can you imagine being in this state of mind for eternity? Not knowing the difference between right and wrong, good and evil, left and right, high and low, hot and cold, the body and the spirit. You're a mess, Mr. Moss. We're here to make you into one thing, one whole thing. How about it? You'll never be the same again.
No soap, Snow White. You better tell your Chindi friend that he better bring a 6-shooter if he ain't gonna bring in Stanley Hewitt Moss assist.
Well, thanks for the fire ice.
Bye.
At least now we know where we stand, boy. At least now we know who the enemy is. Better dig yourself in there, boy. There'll be a coming before long. Then I can never get straight. Whether it was real now, know what I mean? Like whether it was real, I was just scaring myself for no good reason. Well, now we know, I guess. Don't we? Now we know it's real. The ghost. Stop playing that fool jump talk to your pa.
You're the one who taught me, Daddy. You said practice, practice, practice. That's the only way to do the best.
That's a bad rap. It stands for reason. Just look at Gene Kruger, Buddy Rich. How do you think they got where they are today?
What about Sonny Murray, Keith Moon? What about them?
Never heard of them. Upstarts. A whole bunch. Takes more than dude-hang imagination to be great. Takes guts. That's what you never learn, boy. You gotta build up your strength. You gotta work that left hand so hard you can draw a triple parallel with your right hand tied behind your back. You gotta work that right foot so hard it feels like steel. Work those ankles so hard, you feel like they're gonna break off. Then, when it hurts so much you feel like you can practice no more, that's when you start real practicing. That's when your work begins. You gotta separate everything into pairs. 2 arms, 2 hands, 2 wrists, 2 legs, 2 ankles, 2 feet. Make the pairs work with each other. Together, then make them work against each other. Separately, do some simple work. First just use your ride, then your scissor, then your splash, then your hi-hat. Gotta feel out all the sounds you got at your disposal. All the tones in a good set of tubs, your high toms and your lows.
What about cowbell?
Well, if you go for that Latin hand drum sound, that's all right too. Congas, bongos, timbales, dolocs, pneumatics, all that calypso mumbo cha-cha-cha stuff they got. Helps keep you on your toes. Teaches you a lot about rhythm structure, that offbeat stuff. Of course, all the techniques in the world ain't gonna mean you're a genius. You can only go so far with the essentials, and the rest is up to you and God.
Were you a genius, Pop?
Me? No. Real good, though. One of the 2 or 3 fastest in the country. Of course, them was the days of Dixieland and Cajun music. Never hear much of that no more. Hey, I see you. Turn the radio on, please.
I'm not asleep.
Well, you always ask me, so I figured I'd extend you the same courtesy.
It's just that I know how much you hate rock and roll.
And that ain't true, boy. Not a bit. That kind of music comes from good roots. Rhythms, blues, western roots. Them is good roots. My gripe has always been that it got me a bunch of the wrong hands, a bunch of teenage morons, that's all. All that doo-wah, doo-wah, doo-wah did it. Talk about girls from New York City. That kind of stuff. Great son of Manzies who's played with the very best. Why, if I was young today, I'd probably be playing rock and roll myself right along with the rest of them. Can't say I'd go all in for that costume malarkey that's been going on. I'd keep my self-respect, but I'd probably figure in the picture somewhere.
Probably would.
What's going through your head, boy? You seem far out.
Just dreaming on fire. You can see the whole world in the fire.
A beautiful bird in a hidden cage. A beautiful sight to see. You may think she's happy and free from fear. She's not, though she seems to be. She flew from the hills at a tender age. She flew from the family tree. You may think she got to the promised land, but she's not where she wants to be. Ice?
Yeah.
Could you tell me a story? I feel lonely.
Sure, come over here. Millions and millions of years ago, before man was ever around, somewhere in space, there was a huge, fiery ball of fire.
Like the sun?
Sort of, but much huger and hotter than our sun. Like a supersun. At the same time, somewhere else in space, there was a huge planet made of cosmic ice.
What's cosmic mean?
Of or pertaining to the cosmos.
What's the cosmos?
Everything.
Then what happened?
Well, for hundreds of thousands of years, the two things traveled through space, spinning and spinning and spinning. Then one day, they collided, and the giant ice planet penetrated itself deep inside the supersun and buried itself there. For a long time, nothing happened, until one day, the accumulating steam from the melting ice planet caused an enormous explosion. Fragments of the sun were blown out into space. Other fragments fell back onto the ice planet. Other fragments still were projected into an intermediate zone.
What's intermediate?
Something in between. These fragments are what we call the planets in our system. Jupiter, the Moon, and Saturn are all made of ice. The canals on Mars are cracks in the ice. There is only one planet that isn't completely covered in ice, and it's the one we're riding on right now, the Earth. Ever since then, the Earth has been carrying on a constant struggle between fire and ice.
So where's the ice?
Well, it's still there, up there. You can see it tonight.
Where?
Down that way. Astronomers call it the Milky Way, because the sun shines through to the other side.
It must be really cold up there.
It is.
But we're nice and warm.
Well, we're by the fire.
Won't the ice ever melt up?
Sometimes it does. That's why it rains. Look at the moon.
It seems really close.
It is. It's getting closer all the time. One day, it's going to collide with the Earth, and another battle between fire and ice will take place.
With the moon?
Well, eventually it was moon, but it's happened before. 3 other times, the Earth was destroyed and made over again.
And it's gonna happen again?
Yes.
Bull bucket! You don't expect me to believe that hocus pocus?
No.
Earth ain't no more made out of ice than the sun is. Who filled your brain with that hogwash anyhow? I'll tell you who's gonna make and break this earth, boy. We are. You and me and no one else. We're gonna set this world on fire. As soon as we blow up that Chindi fellow and that little boy of his, I'll show you a thing or two about fire and ice. I'll show you how to make the world spin.
How are you going to blow him up, Pa?
You'll see. As soon as he steps foot in this camp, he's a dead man.
He's already dead, and so are you. You can't kill a dead man.
More hogwash! Fairy tales. What's real is real, and there ain't no way around it.
You know what? This time, he's just going to come and kill you. You won't even know that he's there.
Why don't you go down by the creek and wash that makeup off your face? You want my son? say you was a sissy.
I think I will. I'll walk right down to that creek and keep right on
No,
walking.
no, no, no. I say you can't leave me now. Look at the body. It's getting stiffer. It's getting stiffer by the minute.
Tell you what, as soon as you blow up the Chindi, come straight down to Rapid City. We'll meet up there.
No. I need you.
What for? To load your bazooka?
There must have been like some time when you needed something from me, and I'm like I helped you out.
There must have been.
Well, now you could like pay me back.
Right.
Oh, Stanley! You could have the ranch, the sheep, the Dodge half-ton, the station wagon, the spring-tooth arrow, the barbecue pit, the house. You could take it. Take it. I'm not kidding, Stanley. This is no way to leave your pop after all these years. The moon's getting closer. I can make out the craters. All the craters. It's a marvelous thing, Stanley. It is a remarkable time to live in your world. There you look from beyond the moon, over the shoulder, past the ice, and see that warm, green blue planet spinning around and around with its cargo over the heat. It's a remarkable thing. I agree with you, Stanley. I agree with your philosophy and with your political points of views, only don't leave it now. Well, we can argue. That's the fun part. You can't expect to make an omelet without breaking a couple eggs. Conflict's a good thing. It helps keep you on your toes. Stanley, your pa's dying. So you're really gonna try it after all? You're really gonna try bringing in Stanley Jewel Monster 6? Well, come on then! Come on! Come on, you weaselly little no-count, sneaking around in the dark. I remember when wars was fought in the open field, hand-to-hand combat, Teddy Roosevelt style. None of this sneaky guerrilla warfare that's coming to fashion. Hit and run perverts. I got one shot. I'm gonna make it count. Stanley! That old Chindi thinks she's gonna take a patsy off! Wait a minute. Wait a darn minute. There's no blood. Not a speck of blood. A bloodless critter. He was right. Wait a minute, Stanley. You was right the whole time. No pain. There's no pain. No pain and no blood. 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 You're a dead man, Stanley. A dead body. Oh, if my boy can see me now. If my boy can see me now. He wouldn't believe it. Believe you me, Stanley. He wouldn't believe the changes in this old man. Imagine me crawling off from the Badlands like an old alley-cat knowing he's dying, trying to save pain, save face, keep the family calm. No sense in them seeing their man at the house in his last moments on earth. It's a long moment, Stanley. Boy, don't you know if there was a payphone out here, I'd be sure to make a collect call to that boy. Have him hightail it out here. See his old man now. He'd be so proud. That boy would fall to his knees and kiss the earth my boots stomp on. It's a long moment. Long, long moment. Wonder what he looks like now, my boy. A grown man. And his old man, a boy. You're as old as you feel, Stanley. And I feel as old as forever. All them useless years. All them years afraid. Yelping like a little pup too afraid to look the eagle in the eyeball. It's never like you think it's gonna be, Stanley. Never! Never alone, lonely, no one in sight, just going on and on. It's right here, boy. In the fire. You take the fire in your hand, in both hands, and you squeeze it. You squeeze the life out of it. You squeeze it to death. You make it bleed. You whip it to make it dance. You make it do its dance. You make it scream with pain and joy wrapped together into one. He sent it beyond fear, beyond death, beyond doubt. There's no end to its possibilities. And what are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing in the kingdom of God. Burn, burn, burn.